Gemini, hello, how are you doing? I hope you're well. Please forgive me the slightly different camera angle. I have left my tripod at a friend's. Excuse me. He is posting it to me. That was silly. We're going to have a look at a spread for you today that's all about self-investment. Okay, it's a spread from Emerald Lotus Divination. I just wanted to do something different and focus on you, the viewer. I mean, that's kind of the whole MO of this channel anyway. Even if we do throw up a love reading or we throw up a lot of other people's energy, I do like to bring it back to the viewer. But I just thought we'd do something different and specifically set that intent. Okay, as always, take what applies, leave the rest. It's a collective reading, it might not always apply. I'm going to go through the spread with you before I get the cards. I have a little cheat sheet. Yes, Betty's involved, she's not even a Gemini. We're going to look at why should I invest in myself, where should I invest my energy, how should I invest in myself. Then we're going to look a bit more towards the future, and we're going to have a look at what will come if I choose to invest in myself, how this will change my daily life. Those two positions have been very interesting in the other readings. And then we're going to look at something I need to learn about investing in myself and why I'm worthy of investment. The first card and the last card we read together. The first card and the last card that come out in any spread are always very interesting. But in this particular spread especially, that I do feel like those two cards are related. Let's get you some cards. I'm sorry you can't quite see the cards as well as you normally can, but I will show each of them to you as I pull them. My cat will also show you her bomb, because that's what she's here for apparently, and that's what happens. Gemini. I'm not actually even working with jumpers for this spread, which those of you who've been around here for a little while will know that I do usually work with jumpers, but something about this spread, just not feeling it. Let me get the right shuffle for you. Ooh, I do believe I've got the right shuffle for you. Not that you can see because there's a cat in the way. Come on, my sweets. Okay. The big question. Why should I invest in myself for Gemini? Ooh, Four of Swords. Because there's things that you need to heal. Where should I invest my energy? Three of Wands. Towards your future. How should I invest in myself? Big love. Big love. I think I said this to Leo. How should I invest in myself? You gotta love yourself. I mean, great advice, Natasha, thanks. So easy to say. A bit more complicated than that when it comes down to it, isn't it? What will come if I choose to invest in myself? More love. Oh, it's all about the love. I might call your reading that. I don't know. I feel like if you are single at the moment, like investing in yourself, loving yourself is going to kind of draw in someone who can match you energetically in that respect. How will this change my daily life? An Ace of Cups has come out in reverse. We will get underneath that. Well, I say we'll get underneath that. Obviously, I'm just chatting about these cards as they come out, and then I'll have a proper chat with you, but it probably will not, in fact, involve much clarification. The other readings haven't. I have made a vow to myself to keep these readings around the 30-minute mark. We've just had half term here, so I have to balance mothering with reading cards. Now, I love reading cards, but I have responsibilities, so yeah. How my day-to-day... I mean, it's all about the love. I think you'll feel less drained in your day-to-day life as well, because I'm always come to that idea of feeling drained when I pull the reverse Ace of Cups. Something I need to learn about investing in myself. It feels like procrastination. You've been putting off investing in yourself, I think, Gemini. Maybe putting others first. Final card, why I'm worthy of investment. Two of Swords, because you're confused at the moment. This is so interesting. Like with Libra, if I remember correctly, your reading is devoid of pentacles. Your reading is also devoid, apart from on the bottom of the deck, of major arcana cards, which is interesting. So I think kind of what's gonna show up in this spread for you is maybe kind of quite practical day-to-day tips rather than anything concerning like any massive energetic shifts. You know, broad overarching themes do not seem to be present in this spread. Yes, I'm a little migrainous at the moment, which means I do have a little bit of brain fog. So I read these two cards together, as I said. Why should I invest in myself, and why I'm worthy of investment. I think you're quite tired. Four of Swords in reverse tells me that you're quite tired. You're tired of the confusion in your life. This is coming through in a lot of these spreads, but I think like your day-to-day life, your day-to-day decision making is kind of quite tiresome. Quite confusing almost. I don't know, I just feel confusion and tiredness in your energy. Yeah, I feel like you're not necessarily a lot of the time making yourself a priority. You're putting other people's needs before yours. So that's why you need to invest in yourself, because you deserve to actually go through your day not feeling completely knackered all the time. Let's put it how it is. It's exactly that. You may not think you are worthy of this. You may be confused about your own worthiness. Oh, the cat's really helping me with this reading, is she not? There is something you're not seeing about your own worthiness and about why you're worthy of investment. I'm just going to pull some extra cards, get some clarity on that for you. We may not get anywhere. I'm getting some interesting responses from Spirit when I am trying to clarify at the moment with this spread, and I know why, really. It's because I have set that intent to sort of keep the reading short, so fine. It's like Spirit's keeping me in check. But I have left some room in the readings for some clarification, so let's see where we get. But, you know, the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck as well tells me there's something about yourself you're not seeing, or something about your own worthiness you're not seeing. Yeah, I think you're quite confused about how to move forward, or you find yourself facing lots of little confusions on a day-to-day basis about how to move forward, and I think that's connected with not quite knowing where you're heading at the moment, and it's like investing in yourself, truly investing in yourself at your core is going to help you resolve that, I believe. What is Gemini not seeing, please? What is Gemini not seeing? Queen of Wands. Your own passions. It's like you're not in touch with your own passions, your own desires. There's something in the past that you were very passionate about and confident about, but that confidence and passion seems to have dissipated somehow, and you're confused about that, and confused about how to move forward with that, because you feel so disconnected from something that you were previously very passionate about, and from your past is the way I'm reading these two energies. Queen of Wands, Six of Cups. There's a strange disconnect here. I think the Spirit wants to tell you that those particular passions are worthy of your investment. By investing in those passions, you are investing in yourselves, but somehow you've become disconnected from those passions. Why? Why has Gemini become disconnected from those passions, please? The Empress in reverse. I actually feel like, and this is quite literal, and I said it's a Libra, I actually feel like motherhood, literally motherhood, or at least if it's not motherhood, some sort of very serious responsibility. This came out in reverse, by the way. Some sort of responsibility towards a dependent in some way has led to you feeling quite disconnected from your own passions and your own yeah, sense of how you want to move forward. Definitely. How interesting. These everyday witch cards are brilliant clarifiers at the moment for me. We go through funny phases with decks, I think, as readers. Yeah, that would explain why you're so tired. You're giving a lot of your energy out to to dependents, I'm going to say, and that could be pets, that could be a child, that could be family members. Sometimes when we get the Empress in reverse, it can be a very unequal relationship where there should be more equality, when there should be more give and take. But when we're looking at a parent-child relationship, or a a relationship between you and someone who is classed as a dependent, that equality, that Six of Pentacles energy that we like to see between two adults, it's not actually correct for that same reciprocity to be there. It is a different form of relationship, and it is a form of relationship where one person, the adult, the grown-up, is expected to take more responsibility. And I think that's what I'm looking at here. But within that, you do have to carve time out for yourself, Gemini, is what I'm feeling, and allow yourself to get back in touch with your own passions, your own creativity, and allow yourself to rest. Allow yourself to rest. You need to invest. You need to somehow, and I get the feeling you're watching this going, yeah, well, that's all very well, you're saying that, Natasha, but my circumstances, it's impossible. It's impossible for me to carve time out for myself. Well, yeah, I get it. Often we can feel like that. But there are always tweaks that you can make, okay? Where should I invest my energy? You see, the tweaks you can make, they require a bit of planning. They require a bit of forward thinking. And Spirit's saying, consider that's where you need to invest your energy. You need to look a bit more to the future, a bit more planning things in advance. I think at the moment it's a bit like surviving through the day-to-day. Maybe you've got a very young baby at home. I don't know. Look, I'm just taking this very literally, you see? Or maybe that's something you more relate to in the past, and you're now sort of trying to move out of that phase of life, which would totally make sense with this reading as well. Yeah, this is sort of a card of planning, starting to take action, forward-facing expansion, moving into a slightly different role. I just feel there's a feeling, there's something here about moving into a slightly different phase of life. It's like some sort of just pure survival energy, I feel, is making its way out of your life, and that pure survival energy could be, having a very young baby in the house, or something like that. I mean, that's just one example of how these energies fit. In fact, it could be that your children are leaving home, or it could be any number of things, but I feel like the survival phase is leaving, and now it's time for you to thrive. Part of how you can do that is investing your energy more forward facing, as opposed to get to the end of the day, survive. No, there's a sense of expansion in this energy now. Things are opening up for you. Yeah. It's so interesting because Libra got a card of the past for this. Anyway, and this is very much saying, no, your energy needs to be forward facing. Yeah. How should I invest in myself? I love the Ten of Cups. I mean, yes, simply put, as I've already said, love yourself. So easily done. So easily said. Well, maybe that's a Freudian slip. Maybe we make it too complicated, the idea of loving ourselves. I don't know how you find yourself in this energy. You can be aware that you need to. That's a start. Emotional harmony. It could be talking about emotional harmony between you and a partner, but it's emotional harmony within yourself more than anything, okay? It's a 10. It does have that feeling of sort of goals and long term about it, in the same way really that the Three of Wands did. It's very future facing. Where should I invest my energy? How should I invest in myself? both the answers to these questions are quite future facing, and with this particular card, quite long term as well. So I think you're being asked to consider, like, can I look a little bit more long term than what I have been doing in the past? Because I think your past energy, like I already say, it's so tied up to survival, and we can't think long term when we're in that mode, and that's fine. And I'm not having a go at you, no way. And don't sit here and have a go at anyone. Well, sometimes other people creep into the readings, and if I think you're dealing with an arsehole, I do have to tell you. But you know, that's not that's not it. Oh God, this is so beautiful. These two cards together are so beautiful, I'm telling you. I to a certain extent, I think it's about noticing this energy when it's upon you. I think you can do certain practical things to be receptive to this energy, to make way of this energy. I don't really feel you can force it. I think you just sort of have to say to the universe, I'm ready for this. I'm ready to feel this Ten of Cups. I'm ready to feel this sense of expansion. Make space for it however you see fit. This may be making physical space in your home for it. This may be making mental space for it, via, I don't know, meditation, whatever, ritual even, whatever works for you. It's such a loving, expansive energy. You feel like you're just in alignment with the universe. You feel open-hearted. Yeah, it's so hard, I find, to describe this energy, but when you're in it, you're in it. And it's knowing that everything's connected as well. It's this feeling of connection, this feeling of being supported by the universe, by God, however you want to conceptualize it. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So, Spirit's saying, you know, rest. Try and look a bit long term, because then you can carve time out for yourself. Get back in touch with your passions. When you do all this work, how's it going to change your future? What will come if I choose to invest in myself? Well, exactly how this might pan out in the 3D for you, I don't know, but this Knight of Cups is the most beautiful flow of emotion, the ability to be vulnerable. So if you are in a relationship, this energy is absolutely going to improve that relationship. But you know, this energy is going to improve your relationship with everyone around you, because it's that vulnerability, that sharing, that flow of emotion. And if you are single, then you're inviting someone in here who can meet you at that level of vulnerability. Okay, I mean, definitely if you're single, the way these two cards have come out with the Ten of Cups as well, self-investment could definitely bring about a new connection. And if you're already in a relationship, then we could be talking about an existing connection deepening, you know, more vulnerability and more flow of emotion. I mean, yes, the Ace of Cups has come out in reverse, but I'm not seeing that as a negative here. I'm seeing it as an incoming energy, the way it's just the context and everything. Yes, but like I say, I think day to day, the tiredness that I think you may currently or in the recent past have been experiencing is going to reduce. Because I do think this card has come out to say feeling less drained, because you're feeling more connected with Source. Okay, Ace of Cups to me is that connection with Source. You could even, oh yeah, some of you could be, I don't really like the word psychic, but some of you definitely be deepening a connection kind of with the universe, with God, whatever you want to call it, the spirit realm. There's greater connectivity with the spirit realm here. For some of you, as you invest in yourself more, I think a lot of you already feel that connection, because that's another way to explain these energies, to explain these cards. 3 of Wands plus 10 of Cups. It just feels so expansive and gorgeous, and yeah. Yeah, definitely. Look out for messages from the universe. Look out for little winks from the universe. I mean, you've got the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck, the most psychic card in the deck. I just said I don't like using that word, and I used it. It's a useful shortcut, but yeah. Yeah. Oh, I like it for you, Gemini. I do, and I'm quite tired, as usual, so I might not be quite showing how much I like it, but I like it. So before we go, we can just examine this card. Something I need to learn about investing in myself. I do have a habit of putting things off a bit, Gemini, of delaying things. It's like you know what you've got to do, but you just delay taking the action. That's very much what's coming through to me here with this Ace of Wands. I think you put it off. You put it's like, and I think part of why you put it off is because there's other things that you are prioritizing above doing what you kind of know you need to do, but you keep shuffling your own self down to the bottom of that list. But also you're tired. I can see it. You're tired, Gemini. You are tired. And that results in procrastination, doesn't it? It's like, I'm knackered. I'm going to do it tomorrow. I don't know if there's anything I'm missing about this Eight of Wands. I'm just going to have a little look for you. Perhaps I am. Hey, I just bought some charms, by the way. Do you know what? I might bust a few charms for you out at the end of this reading, Gemini. I haven't been doing for the other signs, but I just bought them. And do you know what? It might just be a little extra wink from the universe for you. I actually was going to save the charms until I started doing my Celtic Cross readings. So I've got 3 more readings to do after you, and then I'm switching over to Celtic Crosses. And we'll be back to the full 1-hour readings. How can Gemini help themselves with this procrastination? It's a tough one, isn't it? You know, to be fair, like, if you're tired and you want to put it off till tomorrow, who am I to argue with you? It's absolutely your decision to make when you should do the things that you need to do. But I do think you feel a certain annoyance with yourself, actually, for procrastinating. So let me see if I can get anything about that. The Queen of Swords did show its face. I don't know if it's going to come out again. Knight of Pentacles, yeah. Bloody Knight of Pentacles energy. It's so, you know, it's good advice. The Everyday Witch has thrown you up some good advice, but it's advice that might be hard to take, and it's just difficult to put into practice. And I'm speaking from personal experience. Knight of Pentacles is that consistent, diligent, everyday hard work, you know. I often say this when the Knight of Pentacles comes out, but it is doing your washing up every day. It is just doing those tasks that aren't that glamorous, and depending on your own neurological makeup, may not give you the biggest dopamine hit when you do them, but they need to be done. I think that's the type of things that you're procrastinating here. But maybe if you shift your perspective somewhat and kind of see those tasks as investment in yourself, maybe that will help. I don't know, because you are investing in yourself by doing that diligent, daily, day in, day out hard work. Consistency, small changes over time, like one stitch. This is like crocheting a blanket. It's that one stitch followed by the next stitch, followed by the next stitch, followed by the next stitch, and then you stand back and the results are something massive. But as you're sort of doing each stitch, it can feel so tiny, and almost sort of so tiny it's pointless, and like, well, what's the point? But it's that build up of those stitches over time that make that beautiful blanket. and each little stitch is an investment in yourself. It's a hard energy to, well, maybe it isn't. Maybe for you, Gemini, it isn't, and you just need a little reminder, and a little metaphor. Maybe that's all it is, but maybe you struggle with it as much as me. I don't know. He's got his tool belt there, look. Hey, look, shall we get you a quick charm, Gemini, before we go? I think I've covered everything that's come out in this spread. It's a quirky little spread. Some people don't like it. I got a comment yesterday and they were like, can we go back to the Celtic cross, please? I'm like, well, yeah, we are doing anyway. But, you know, then I've had lots of comments saying that they think it's a really cool spread and it's powerful. And I've had various DMs as well. So, you know, whatever. Anyway, I am just going to give the opportunity for the universe to wink at you. I wonder what that sounds like. I wonder how my voice is carrying over that. Anyway, let's get you a few charms just to say goodbye. There we go. Let's see what we've got for you. I'm not quite sure how they relate to anything. Oh, we've got a little squirrel. Oh, I love that, because I feel like that is that future planning that I spoke about. You see that? You see that little squirrel? I think that's that future planning that we're talking about, because the squirrel has to bury those nuts for later, right? And we were talking about future planning with that 3 of Wands. I'll put that there. Oh, that's cool. We've got a little moon, a little red moon, so that might mean something to you. We've got a little blue flower. We've got 2 flowers. This feels very seasonal, actually. This is timeless tarot, but you know, this feels like spring, and we are heading into spring. The idea that things are about to bloom for you. Winter is coming to an end with the snowflake here. Winter is coming to an end, and spring is blooming. It's kind of like a change in season for you at the moment. I have no idea what that is. It's just a little cartoon figure. I'm going to put him on the Knight of Pentacles. Ooh, and then we have got this. Oh yeah, I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that excitement for you. Mwah. Hot lips, hot lips. So there's no shortage of passion attached to this Knight of Cups, Ace of Cups energy for you, Gemini, when that comes in. And the peace symbol, I mean, I'm just totally relating back to this gorgeous 10 of Cups energy. You know, love, peace, and understanding. It sounds so corny, I know, but when you are in this energy, that is what you feel like, and it's beautiful and expansive, and that sense of connection with everything. Yeah, and it does bring about a sense of peace. It does, and I can see that you would like to feel that, because you know, you deserve that. After the exhaustion and the survival that I believe you've experienced day to day, Gemini, you absolutely, it feels a bit like a sense of relief, actually. And yes, you do deserve that. And investing in yourself, I think, can get you there. And investing in yourself with just a little bit of forward planning and recognition that you do deserve a bit of respite. All right, let me know how that reading was for you. I enjoyed the charms. I enjoyed the squirrel. I enjoyed the squirrel so much. Anyway, I really must go now. Thank you for letting me read your cards. I hope there was some food for thought in that. It's not hard and fast advice. It's a collective reading. It's food for thought. So maybe it's a springboard for you, all right? Celtic cross in roughly 2 weeks' time. I will do an all signs reading at some point soon. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video if you like it, and let me know in the comments as well. I love your comments when you feel safe to do so. And I'll catch you next time, Gemini. Alrighty, bye.